Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. We got a little treat today.
Yeah, we got a little internationalities going on
International
here.
treat. I had to
Yes.
fly all the way to Germany to get this Japanese bottle.
You did a great job of
Sounds
keystering it.
really messed. That just flying all the way to Germany to get a Japanese bottle just sounds a little messed up.
That's made a couple hours away that we can't buy.
So this is the Blanton's Black Label. So this is their international, mainly the Japanese market. I think it goes to multiple Asian countries. I don't know, man. I'm a little nervous about this.
It's the weakest one in the...
80 proof. Regular Blanton's is 93.
Yeah.
Blanton's Gold, which used to be an international only release, but now came to the States, is 103.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 103.
80 proof. Why? Like,
Where was the gold
it
distributed?
used to be an
Yeah, it
Asian
used to
only
be
release.
Yeah, Asian only.
The proof
but,
seems a little high for...
Agreed. It was their like foolproof, I guess, but
And
COVID actually made it so that they had some issues with shipping, so they decided to release it in the States, and the people in the States were just like,
People will buy
that's
this.
delicious, I'll buy that.
Well,
Now
it's
there's
because
single
they-
barrel
because it's
releases.
gold.
Yeah.
And the little horsey's gold.
And there's a Japanese gold as well.
There
It's
is, but it's
105 or
I
102
told
or something
Doobie,
like that.
I told Doobie to look around Tokyo when he was there, but he,
all right. This is
You let
we're
us
gonna-
down, huh?
yeah.
You're gonna,
Let's do this.
you're gonna
Let's
dial
do
in
this.
We might as
Should've
well
let
bottle
you.
kill this. This was one bottle on the way back from Germany. I muled back and it opened. I don't know if it opened from pressure or movement in the suitcase, but
Or the fact that he already took like 2 or 3 pulls.
Yeah. No way. Yeah,
Where we
as
at
soon as
here?
I got home, I was unpacking everything and I smelled whiskey. As soon as I opened my suitcase, I went,
Did
oh,
you have one of
no.
those angel bags?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
wrapped up. They were, yeah, but the wax had popped and the cork was out just a little bit. So it makes me think it was pressure.
Yeah.
So
This is a lot.
What
It
would you
is
know
80
about
proof.
pressure?
it's 80, yeah, it's 80 proof. We might as well, yeah.
You really?
Yeah, my brother-in-law is coming back from Germany soon, and I've already said, hey, he's got me a hand grenade, he's got me the gold, the Japanese gold, and I might as well
You
get
tell him like tape it. What letter is that? I need
It's a B.
I need to take inventory.
B.
I've got I think 2 or 3 B's, so look when you get home.
There we go.
I want to finish this off.
I can
Bottle
already smell the sweetness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can smell how sugary sweet this is. That's kind of crazy.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, so Blanton's always from Rick House H. This is from Rick number 30, and this is barrel number 58, and it was dumped on 1/12/23. That is the fun part with Blanton's being a single barrel. They give you at least a little bit of cool information about that bottle.
Yeah, a lot of people hunt special dates on that, you know.
Right.
Kids' birthdays, their birthdays,
Yep.
I
things
can
like
remember
that.
like before like the bourbon craze. I was dating it a little bit, but my neighbor, this is one of his favorites, and he had it all the time. Not the Japanese, but just regular Blanton's.
Yeah.
You can just get it anytime.
Yeah, that was anytime I went to a person's house or like it was a sort of a party, I would always bring a bottle of Blanton's. And as soon as I did, people were like, "Oh, you got some single barrel." Everyone would call it single barrel, not Blanton's, because it's the first.
It was the
original-
first,
the
the original single
single
barrel.
Single
Yeah.
barrel. So I mean, Buffalo Trace on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That red
But
fruit, so soft. You can close your mouth,
Soft and
just
delicate.
get your nose in there.
Yeah, you don't need to open your mouth. It's not going to get caught up
There's
in your...
no ethanol burn on this guy. But it's got all those really
It
cool...
does. It's got all the right notes. Just muted a little bit. That's a great palate.
It is. But it just goes...
Flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
You get it
fizzles,
right in the beginning when it hits your tongue, and
Dust in
then
the
Yeah.
wind, man.
and
Yeah.
then it's just gone.
It just screams for proof, right? Like
Yeah,
if that
it
was,
really does.
If that was proofy, it would linger, it would stay.
Yep. So Blanton's is Mash Bill 2 from Buffalo Trace, so it is the higher rye version.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Is it Ancient Age?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Ancient
Yep.
Age is the same mash bill.
I think it's the same warehouse and stuff too, but it's just a different...
Yeah, it's
or
probably
Rick
like
House.
lower
It's, yeah,
floor.
lower.
Way
so
lower
it doesn't
the
get
floor.
all of the.
Yeah, doesn't get all the attention. Oh, man, it's got everything you kind of want, but like a cheap imitation of it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not cheap. That's the other part that's a little bit
Going
annoying.
back to that, but there's more ethanol now.
I was gonna
On
say
the
the
nose.
nose is better. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but not a cheap in a bad way, like where it's like, oh, it tastes or it smells like it's.
No, it's not
something-
artificial.
Right.
It's just
It's just it's
like when you
proof.
photocopy something and it's not quite as crisp as the original.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It's just the proof. If the proof was
Yeah.
even 90, it just needs a bite.
It's just
It's just so sweet. It's,
It's
like
like
creamy.
it's like you come downstairs after a party the next day and like, oh, there's the soda I drank last night and there's still half left.
That's a little
Oh,
flat and
now
Yeah.
it's just flat.
not
That's
quite
that's what it reminds me of.
not quite the same.
It's not the same as what we're used to.
Yeah.
And then the odd part is about $100, right?
Yeah.
For this bottle.
Yeah, it's right at $100. I don't know if that's exact MSRP, but that's how much I paid for it.
Okay. So again, for a regular bottle that's 93 proof in the States, you're going to pay $70 to $100. Somewhere's in that ballpark. I have
Yes.
no idea what the MSRP anymore, and if you can find it for
It changes.
MSRP,
I follow a thing on Instagram. They do it monthly.
they
They
change the
show.
pricing.
They go to like Buffalo Trace. They do a bunch of different distilleries, and they show the fluctuation of the MSRP
Okay.
based on obviously demand.
But yeah, I would
Yeah, that
say
makes sense.
probably MSRP is close to $70. Most of the time you're going to catch this for 70 to 100. If you see it for over 100, it's really not worth. Even the regular bottle, the 93 proof, it's
No.
just not worth over $100.
No.
Really cool bottle. If the date means something special for you, sure, go for it. But
Or you're catching the well, not the rainbow. It's not Weller, but like a lot of people collect just all their line of Blantons.
Right,
They just
yeah.
have it on their shelves.
Right.
They don't open it. They put the boxes next to
Yeah.
the box. They make
Yeah.
the whole little.
Mhm.
I get it. Do it, but
if you're just
if you're gonna
see
drink
it and buying it, over $100 is not worthwhile.
But it's funny. I think people who are real taters and love the Blantons, if you pour them this, they would probably cheese out of it, or they'd probably freak out. Be like, "Oh, I taste something else," or they taste something different, or they would. I don't know.
It tastes, to me, it's just like there's nothing unique about it that I would say it's Blanton's, which is still good.
Right.
It's a good whiskey. There's no problems with that. I don't care for an 80 proof.
I do have a hard time paying $100 for a bottle of 80
proof whiskey. Yeah. Other than the fact that it's got
Yeah.
Japanese writing on it, and that's just kind of cool, and you got a story behind that.
Yeah.
And
I
that's-
mean, where have you seen one of those on the shelves in the States?
Nowhere.
Nope,
Nowhere.
doesn't
Right?
exist. So
The only time you ever see Blanton's is when a store has their allocation drop,
Yeah.
and you see it online, and you see it on Instagram or Facebook.
Or if it's, you have to buy a keg of Fireball. with it
Fireball.
To get one.
Yep.
You gotta buy two Wheatleys,
Wheatley.
two
Yeah.
Wheatleys, and a keg of Fireball to get a chance
And a
at
store
Eagle
pick.
Rare.
Laverne, you can get
That's
a lot of
all.
that.
2 Wheatleys and a store pick.
Yeah.
And then you get a little bit.
What are you gonna do?
I don't think it's going to do much because there's not.
gonna be
It's
sugar.
not super oily,
No,
so I don't think it's going to kick up a lot of flavor here.
it's gonna be sugary sweets.
Yeah, I guess we really never said what we smell off of it originally, other than it just smells like Blanton's. But the red fruit, I think
Yeah,
you mentioned
It's red
that.
fruit.
It's red fruit. There's a sweetness.
There's
There's
caramel,
a
there's-
caramel note. There's
I get a creamy note that I don't really remember from normal Blantons, but that's been a while since I've had some.
See,
So.
we should have done the 8 side by side.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was gonna bring one over tonight. I've got a couple. But
Dump it back in.
I
Oh,
almost get a barrel note.
The initial, when it hits the tongue, it was like more like the caramel
yeah,
sweetness.
Yep.
super sweet caramel. Those
But then
cowtails
once
talk
you
about.
once you swallow, then it's like
Disappears.
I don't remember I even drank anything. Yeah.
right.
A little bit of Droolies, but it's just,
But like I almost get a little bit of a barrel note, but it's super soft, which this is supposed to be a little bit aged
Oh, that's
over like
right.
normal Blantons.
Yeah.
More of an 8-year
An
versus a
8-year.
6-year type age range. Man, if
Hey,
that
but-
were 100, that could be magical.
yeah.
They're obviously, this is catering to a certain clientele.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I think
Generally
you're right.
speaking, the
But most Asian
Asian
whiskey,
palate and Asian whiskeys tend to be
in the
in that 80 range
80s to
because
90s,
there's a little bit more of a sensitivity in the palate.
Which is
I don't
also
know if
the
that's
same for Irish whiskeys and
similar
scotches.
for Irish whiskeys and scotches. They blend a lot down to 80.
That's just what that's what they prefer over there. But I also think it's so they can stretch it.
And that
That
you
makes
can
sense,
drink it
too.
a lot longer if you want to sit at the pub for a couple hours.
A Guinness
Yeah.
and a pour.
Yeah.
Guinness and a pour.
Guinness and a pour 80 proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80 proof you'll survive a lot longer.
Imagine being in the warehouse and going, thieving this and going, nah, let's just pour a bunch of water in. Let's make this worse. I don't know. Maybe a bunch of sandwiches, ripping cigs, and smoking cigars, and
But the flip side, there's probably a certain demographic population. There's guys over here that this is totally in their wheelhouse.
Oh yeah,
Right.
there's a play in there.
yeah, that's true.
Just doesn't play in ours. Give me the heater.
Gotta put a 1 on the end of that sucker.
I was gonna say, I like
On 188.
at this point, I'm not even like I don't want 120 or 130 off of this. I really want like almost 110. If you could make that at 108,
107 and 108.
yeah, that would be probably an amazing pour.
Mm-hmm.
But at 80, it's underwhelming.
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 Well,
All
I'm
right.
glad I got to try it.
So rate an underwhelming whiskey.
Rating and underwhelming. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give
such
it
a great score.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh,
7.2.
Wow.
6.
There's a couple things going on. I mean,
Yeah,
it's expensive.
You got a story too.
It's expensive. I got it.
He has to
got
like
it
it.
in
He-
Germany.
Yeah,
it's like
there's a story. There's fun behind that.
You're-
You've got that.
the chance of me getting another one is slim to none.
Right.
I mean, without having
Rarity.
still in Germany.
Got it,
And,
right.
so, but like you said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just low proof.
The proof is too low.
Yeah. If you don't like high proofers, you probably love this bottle. It's just not our wheelhouse.
And you went 6 flat.
6 flat.
Yes.
6 flat.
See, I'm going 5.3.
Oh my god.
It's just barely above average for me. All the flavors are great.
I gave it the extra
Right,
point. I gave
see?
him the extra
It's
point
how can you-
for all
so
the effort that he put in to bring it
it's
back.
so
that even counted in the
No.
6?
Yeah.
Oh.
That gave you the extra point.
it is so
0-1.
muted out that
Yeah.
it just like it's almost I'm not going to say it is, but it's almost not enjoyable because it's so muted out. Very similar to I think you said it, Basil Hayden, the 12-year. Lot of
All
good
of them.
bones. Yeah, but not all of them are good.
No.
The 12-year, like you're like, oh my God, that would be great if it wasn't 80 proof.
I think all
That
the
would be
proofs
They're all
great.
80. They're all 80.
I know they are.
Yeah.
That would be great if it wasn't 80 proof. I don't know if it would be materially better than regular Blanton's or the Blanton's Gold, but it's missing something.
Maybe one day we'll own them all and we could blind them.
That'd be fun.
Someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
When we hit that lottery.
Uh,
Or as my friend says, after I shit a gold nugget.
Thank you for the effort. Glad you were able to salvage it even with the leakage.
I'm kind of glad it popped open. I mean, honestly, if it wouldn't have, it'd still be in a box. I would have never opened it. And I'm glad I did because it's.
Eh.
Uh-huh. Which is a 5. It's like that. 5.
It was a
6,
5, but I
7,
gave him a 6 because he
5.
brought it back. He rolled it back.
I guess I should have stayed there. Yes, a 7.
See? Just saying. He knows what the score is.
I enjoy a pour of Blanton's, but it's not. I mean, I own a couple bottles, but it's not like, oh, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's solid whiskey.
it's solid whiskey, but I think it's overhyped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Overhyped.
Yes.
80 proof? Who does that?
Yeah. Stop doing that.
All right. Well, before we wrap it up, I'm gonna give a buddy a plug.
Right.
Buddy of mine, Pat Mason, back home in Cincinnati, started his little apparel line, Whiskey Friends. Sent me a couple hats. He's got quite the variety of hats. Some T-shirts. I think he's even getting some hoodies, some koozies. He's on Facebook, so if you're in the market for some apparel,
And do we have a website link we can throw down
Yep.
there?
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
We'll throw that
We can
down
get
in the
that to you.
description. We'll put a little linky.
the website, or if you're on Facebook, you can look him up, Whiskey Friends. He's on there. So I
Perfect.
just want
I dig it.
wanted to give him a little plug.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I don't know about the Cincinnati Bengals colors necessarily, but
Yeah.
you know.
Who's that? I don't even know what they're going for with that.
I have another one. It's Ohio State colors.
Of course.
Because that's so much better.
Again, thanks for bringing it back. Glad I get to check that one off the list. I said I've tried it.
That's what it's all about, right?
If I never try it again, I won't be disappointed.
I didn't say it.
Yeah. If you pour it, I'll drink it. But if I don't ever have it again,
You're okay.
You're not going to
You're
spend
not really
I'm
$80.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
You're not
good.
going to go to a fancy whiskey bar and spend $50 a pour.
No.
No.
I'll let
Don't do
someone else
No.
do that.
No.
No.
So, all right. We hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, as always, we'd love to support the channel. I encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
If you like content like this, subscribe. Love for you to join us in our travels as we, try international whiskeys and a lot of different whiskeys, cocktails, and everything involving whiskey. And right up here, we'll link, do we really want to go all the way back to an actual Blanton's review?
It's been a while, right?
Feels like
That would have been
like the start.
Episode 4.
Yeah, when we did the whole Buffalo
We will link
Trace
it.
lineup.
We started with the Buffalo Trace lineup, everything we could get our hands on. So I will
Might as
link
well.
the original, going all the way back to when we first started this. Sorry, it probably looks pretty funky.
All right. Thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.